Week of excellence, them can't pass it without consent. Come out and be proud cause we're magnificent. All of these years full up of talents. Week of excellence, come from the hills, the valley mountains. Show everybody, bring all of your friends. Make this song be a new anthem.
Event coming to you live from the studios on the East Campus of Northern Caribbean University, the NCU Media Group Studios. My name is Dominic McKenzie, Assistant Professor of Communication Media at the Oak Ridge University in Huntsville, Alabama, as well as an adjunct facilitator here at NCU. Welcome again to this event. Global Connections is an annual event produced by the Department of Communication Studies. It's a part of the week of activities, the week of excellence here on the campus. Now, this program seeks to provide students with opportunities to work, study, and intern abroad. It will also assist students to network with potential employers who will educate students on the different sectors that a communications degree can be utilized in. Now, of course, we know a communication degree is not just, you don't have to be in front of the screen. You know, you can be behind the camera, you can also do PR, advertising, radio, etc. And the Department of Communication Studies provides these opportunities for our students. Now, myself, I do have a degree in journalism, and that has taken me to all different spheres of life, as well as to television on Spectrum News in New York. And I got my training here at NCU. So many folks, you come here, you can go far with the training that you receive here at the Northern Caribbean University. And I'm sure my students will agree that we prepare them well to go out and serve. Now, today's program will be done in about 2 segments. The first segment today is the Educational Opportunity segment, and the second will be the Opportunity segment. We do have a short clip from a graduate of this department. Her name is Nazilla Mays, living somewhere across the world. We'll take you to that video now. Nazilla?
Hi everyone, my name is Nazilla Mays and I was a student in the Department of Communication Studies from 2006 to 2011. Yes, donkey years ago. But right now I'm an English teacher in France. I also do content writing for French influencers who want to switch over to the English market. Also, I'm a singer-songwriter. I didn't initially start in the Department of Communication Studies. I started in history. However, I was living on dorm and I met a young lady who actually was in the department. And when she started talking about the program and what it entails and everything, and she took me there as well to see it, I was like, yes, this is what I want to do. So I switched from history to mass comm, and it was the best decision I've ever made. Do you know that big poster in the office? It's this poster where it tells you what you can do with a mass comm degree. And today I am not in TV, I'm not in radio, I'm doing everything else outside of that. And let me tell you, the courses, the preparation, the teachers, everyone, the staff members who work in that department, they are an instrumental part to who I am today. Let's talk about the Intro to Mass Comm course that we did with our teacher at the time. We were doing journaling, daily journaling, reading in class, and even now that's called vlogging and everybody's doing it. We can also look at my feature writing, opinion writing, news writing courses. I'm using them currently as an English content writer where I work with French influencers to market to the English people, and it's just really cool to know that I learned all those writing skills in the Department of Communication Studies. Also, debate and argumentation. I'm also a children's supervisor some days, and I learned how to resolve conflict, and I'm using it daily with children and young adolescents. Also, there are so many courses that I did at NCU that are helping me right now to move forward in my life. And even though that was my first degree, I will be forever grateful. So if you are ever thinking of going to NCU to be in the Department of Communication Studies, this is the university's sign. Go, run, do everything you can to.
The most beautiful thing about what Nazila just shared with you is that you don't have to be on TV. You don't have to be on radio. This degree can take you in all different spheres of life. Right now, she's teaching in France. I was a student here with Nazila, and one of the great things about this institution is that folks go all across the world. You maintain those connections from very early on, so when you graduate and you do join the workforce, these friends are with you for life. I have a friend in the studio right now who's been with me since the first day I stepped on this campus in 2006. We're still friends to this day, and our experiences have taken us all across the world, and that's what an NCU experience can provide for you. Now, we do have the privilege this morning of welcoming, I'm going to say a young woman who had a very instrumental role in my training as well when I was a news presenter here at NCU Media Group. I can't say donkey years, right? That doesn't apply to me, I don't think. But it's been a few years now since Nadine Campbell has sat me down in her office and helped me to count my words as I learned to slow down my presentation. She would remember, but it kind of talk fast. So thanks to Miss Campbell for assisting me with slowing my speech down so I can do this job for you today. I can present on television to an international audience as well as here on the campus of NCU. Nadine Campbell's 33-year career spans many fields: radio, television, broadcasting, marketing, public relations. She is a certified customer service professional and a pioneer, and also environmental and socioeconomic research. Nadine Campbell has served at Northern Caribbean University for 20 years as manager, director, assistant vice president, and now she serves as the director of corporate relations and strategic partnerships here at Northern Caribbean University. Without any further ado, we now turn over to Miss Campbell. Nadine Campbell, it's so good to have you here this morning.
The name Kedgary is what resonates. But hi, Dominic. I have to move with the times. Hi, Dominic. Yes, I remember those wonderful days, and it's just such a joy to see the NCU product shine all over the world. So here we go. Today we're going to talk a little about how to have NCU graduates, students and graduates transition to benefiting from global internships. And with all of the partnerships we have with universities all over the world, in Canada and elsewhere, there's one kind of internship that I have found is resonating with myself and one of your graduates, who is Amelia Garcia, who I am proud to say is a graduate of DCS and is doing her MBA with Northern Caribbean University. Hi, Amelia. And Amelia is also working with me in the newly named department. We're now community partners, community relations and strategic partnerships. And we both agreed that the internship opportunity that we want to share with you, because there are so many, but the one that may be most relevant to the DCS student at this time and the DCS graduate in communications, is our partnership with virtual internship. And when I say our partnership, I mean the Northern Caribbean University partnership that we have with an organization called Virtual Internships. What I will do is quickly share with you a little about what NCU, what this department does, so that both our students, those watching us who are in the wider world, and our graduates can understand that they know about NCU. We're founded in 1907, owned and operated by the Seventh-day Adventist Church, Jamaica Union and Atlantic Caribbean Union. We're located on a 200-acre property, which is being built out more and more every day. Our staff content comes and goes with the changing times. We are roughly about 113 faculty and 300 and odd support staff, and we have 60+ degree programs, and our population, again, at this time, maybe somewhere between 3,500, 4,000 students from over 32 countries. But this department that I have the opportunity to serve in is the Community Relations and Strategic Partnerships. You'll see our opening hours there. A little about us: we're responsible for establishing and maintaining mutually beneficial relationships, in the next slide, between Northern Caribbean University and the global community, public, private, you name it, whatever the sector that can bless the NCU student, the NCU graduate, the NCU worker, we are there for you, and we create those relationships. So currently I have about 48 international partnerships, relationships, 22 local based in Jamaica, and we have 21 signed MOUs, because not all our relationships require a signed MOU. You can see NCU accreditation and memberships there. We're accredited by a wide range of organizations, including the UCJ, the University Council of Jamaica, and the Adventist Accrediting Association, which is one of our primary bodies as an Adventist institution. Partnerships, we have many, and that's what I was saying to you. We have partnerships with universities all over the world. We've just put some there on some of the organizations. And yes, we can work out internship opportunities for each of the partners that we have there, but we'd have to do it on a case-by-case basis, and we will, going forward, ensure that in our partnerships coming up, some of these we inherited, some of these we created or forged, we will seek to ensure that there are internship opportunities with Brandon and with Assiniboine Community College and Memorial University of Newfoundland and IBT College out of Ontario and University of West Georgia, which is a DCS Noreen Daly and her team inspired partnership. Brock University, and we could go on. But as I said, today we're going to focus on our internship possibilities for the DCS student or graduate with virtual internships. So in the next slide, you see that virtual internships was established in 2018 before the pandemic, and it was not as a response to, but became very relevant during the pandemic and will remain relevant. And you will see how so. It includes invaluable remote work experiences, so it's all virtual. And it's a wraparound employability support and intentionally designed to make students more employable and better prepared for a future of work, but I would add a future of work where they would have had first world experiences globally with some of the best organizations in the field you're studying on the planet. Let's look at a little more about them. There are about 12,000 host companies in over 98 countries. Hello, lots of opportunities for you. 5,000 plus alumni. 5,000 plus persons have already gone through the virtual internships system. The cost is about $1,495 US, payable across 2 installments, and you'll hear how NCU's relationship and partnership and MOU with them benefits the NCU student and NCU graduate. If you're in England, it is available in pounds, the Great Britain pound, and if you're in Australia, then that applies. The add-on, blah, 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 and et cetera, from $300 US up. But the NCU student, based on the partnership we worked out with them and our signed MOU, which is a 3-year partnership, and we hope to renew in 2025, it gives the NCU applicant, the NCU student, and we will now work with getting the graduates on the ticket, a $745 US discount. And that is based on our partnership with them. I'm going to, at this time, just quickly look at some of the internship career fields, because as you heard from our beautiful NCU graduate who is now serving in France, the degree that you do in DCS prepares you for a wide range of things. And so, yes, you will see, second from the left at the bottom there, you'll see media, communications, and publishing. But whether you're going into business or entrepreneurship, whatever the area, marketing, whatever the area your degree channels you into or you decide to do, you can have a virtual internship in that industry. And at this point, I'm going to quickly let us take a quick look at a very short video that talks about virtual internships. And now we go to that video. And then we'll come back and talk to you about a virtual film school thing that we're looking at, not finalized yet, that could be a whole other world of opportunity for the graduates and the students of DCS.
Welcome to Virtual Internships. We are an EdTech company that delivers global work experience programs to help people pursue their dream careers. We bridge the gap between education and the workplace by making internships accessible to all and preparing people for the future of work. Our intuitive platform allows candidates to submit their application for an internship with one of our thousands of host companies. They record a video interview, outline their skills, and specify the projects they'd like exposure to. During the matching process, candidates can research host companies, read about specific placement projects, and then schedule their own interviews with the host company, all within the platform. Once the internship has started, weekly checkpoints are completed within the platform, forming part of our essential feedback loop with their supervisors. For our host companies, the use of the platform is also easy and intuitive. They set up a profile and then add one or more placement plans. They give plenty of detail about the projects and the skills an intern will gain exposure to, ensuring a great match. Host companies can search through candidate profiles or a way to match, and all the offers and confirmations happen within the platform. Supervisor evaluations are submitted within the platform, completing the feedback loop with the students' weekly checkpoints and allowing full monitoring of the internship. Career Bridge is just one of our program inclusions, which runs alongside the internship and helps participants get the most out of their program. It is self-paced and full of modular content, helping students reflect and improve their skills. This example shows content on time management. Course completions are logged and it's gamified with badges and scoreboards, as you can see here. Participants and facilitators can also check overall progress, login times, and module completions. Our expert webinar series runs live every 2 weeks, and recordings are made available on YouTube. Speakers have included Mitch Lowe from Netflix and Lin Yu from Goldman Sachs. They cover a wide range of topics. Finally, each participant gets 2 coaching calls, one at the midpoint and one at the end point, to unpack their experience and set them up for success in their future careers.
Overall, I really loved my internship during the past summer. It was very beneficial. I learned a lot from it, and I encourage anybody who is looking into having a virtual internship that you look it up, you will not regret it.
So far, we've hosted 3 interns from virtual internships, and it's been amazing. I would definitely, and I'm really looking forward to hosting more virtual internship interns because they've been so great.
There you have it, a little bit about virtual internships, an entity with which Northern Caribbean University has a partnership through this Office of Community Relations and Strategic Partnerships. And you know, we have Amelia Garcia, who is literally doing another kind of internship. Amelia is working in the corporate relations, the community relations and strategic partnerships office right now, and is getting global experience helping me to build these partnerships to bless the students of DCS and the rest of NCU. Amelia, could you share a little bit about what this kind of partnership experience that you're getting is doing for you with a communication studies degree and now doing an MBA?
Oh, definitely. Thank you so much, Ms. Campbell. So it's wonderful that NCU students who aspire to just expand their experiences and their skills are able to, you know, reach out to other communities, other partnerships, other institutions, and through the partnerships that NCU has prepared for them, they're able to do so. Sometimes, for example, virtual internships working with a company like Google or like, I don't know, Netflix seems so far from your mind. You know, how do I get there? Okay, this is what I have. This is the skill that NCU prepares me with, but how do I get there? So the partnership is that bridge, so to speak, that helps the student to get there and to actually be able to practice what they learn. And I am so happy the open doors that DCS and community strategic partnerships is opening for us. So thank you.
There you go, Amelia. Thank you so much. It's such a joy to watch young people get a chance to thrive and find their footing and get opportunities that would not just normally come and say, hi, here we are, but we do that. Amelia and I have that opportunity. Now, there's another organization that we are currently having dialogue with, which we're excited about. It's not finalized yet. Mrs. Daly and the team will be working with us to see how that works out. And it's just about a minute. I want you to look at the virtual film school, which we're contemplating a partnership with, which will also open another whole world. Let's go to that video now.
I'm here to see the producer, Scotty Parker.
You're looking at him.
I thought you'd have an assistant greeting me.
I did. Virtual assistant.
Stole my photo? Stole my caption, stole my thunder.
And she got more likes than you.
Then the robots vaporized Chet with lasers.
Something. I'll be a little late for work today.
You're right. Better put your baby commando. What if the baby was a robot?
It worked for me.
Gaga, goo goo. Gaga.
Virtual Film School is the opportunity for our students and graduates, should we go that route, to have real-life film experience led by the leading Hollywood producers of some of the major movies that you all know of, and the top films, the award-winning films, the Grammy and Oscar and all of those kinds of the highest level. And the leaders in that area are passionate about trying to help young people to get real-world experience virtually and in person. So we're hoping that very soon we will be seeing if NCU will be going in that direction. That would be a possible another opportunity for our students and graduates. Thank you so much.
Ms. Campbell. One of the great things, at least that I've heard just now, is an affirmation of the work that's happening here in this department. Students from this university, this department, go all across the world to serve. You'd have heard from Amelia just now, who did share the transformational experience that she had here at NCU, and that took her outside of the four corners of this country, if you will, to serve on the world stage. Listening to Ms. Campbell speak just now also, it reminded me of an opportunity that will be coming up for two or maybe one of our students here from DCS going across to Huntsville, Alabama, where I live, Oakwood University, to work with the Breath of Life production. And many of you would know the Breath of Life production happens. You see it on 3IB and often on Hope Channel. Two of our students here from this department will be interning there this summer. And, we hope to open or to continue opening doors for students who come here with a dream to go across the world to access those realities. And that happens here at DCS. So we want to say thank you to Ms. Campbell and Amelia, who dropped by to share her experience, the Corporate Relations and Strategic Partnerships Department. Thank you so much. We now want to pivot just a little bit to welcome another guest who's coming with us, to share with us, I should say. Another good thing here about what we do at NCU is that we are very multicultural in our experience. And if we don't have the culture on our campus, we'll find it to ensure that the students are very well exposed to the world here on our campus. And the wonderful thing that COVID did for us was it made the world even smaller. So we're now able to access different opportunities online. We heard before about the virtual film school. That might be a possibility for us here at DCS. We're now going to take a little, we're in Jamaica now, so Germany is what? That side of the world there, yeah? We're now going to hear from Ms. Sarah Azzedine. Sarah Azzedine joined the Federal Foreign Office in 2004 and since then has served in Damascus, Syria, Barcelona in Spain, Berlin in Germany, and now she is at the German Embassy in Kingston. She's been here since August 2020. Ms. Azzedine has a Master of Arts degree in International Relations. At the Embassy in Kingston, she is the head of the Legal and Consular Section. For those who are not familiar with the consular sections, that's where the visas are processed. So this is a very important person to know. She's also responsible for culture, press, and public relations. Ms. Azzedine, thank you so much for being here with us this morning. The floor is now yours.
Hello, good morning. Thank you for having me. And I will talk to you today about studying in Germany. So this might be something that you have not considered yet. So I hope I can interest you. And could you start the presentation? No, not this one.
Here with Ms. Azzedine. As we work that out, I will share with you all that I think it was 32 countries that Ms. Campbell mentioned that exist here on this campus. If you are interested in visiting or studying here, the website is www.ncu.edu.jm. And of course, I'm going to be very selfish right now and say that DCS should be your first stop. We have degrees here in journalism, public relations, radio, television. Whatever you want to do in the communications field, we have it here for you. The name of our chair is Noreen Daly. She is very much accessible. You can reach her through the office manager, Charmaine Foster, C. Foster, I believe that's the email, at ncu.edu.jm. And also what we'll do for you, if you have questions about any field at all, this department boasts a lot of faculty members that come from all walks of life, with all different experiences. They all collide here on this campus on Manchester Road in Mandeville. And also virtually. Like I said, I don't live here. I might be here now, but I live in Alabama. We do have professors all across the world. A good friend of mine in Canada, Camila Guthrie, all across the world here colliding on this campus. So, don't think that if you spend those dollars, you're only going to meet folks from Jamaica. There are people all across the world. And the good thing is, because our DCS department, we call a family, we're very much, very close-knit. So we ensure that our students do have opportunities. We'll go the extra mile to ensure that happens. I think I just had a student reach out to me last week to say she's working at CVM now, and I'm going to call the name because I'm not sure I have permission to do that, but very, very proud of my students who've been able to take the education they've received here at NCU and really make something out of it. We do ensure that our students get the top-notch or top quality education, and that's also evidenced in, maybe I should whisper this, all the stations and the production companies in Jamaica that hire our students. You'll find, and I can put some money on this, can I say that? Yeah. I just did. We do have a lot of our students in very strategic places across this country. You are guaranteed to find a DCS graduate in pretty much every ministry in this country. Every ministry, every government ministry in this country, there's a DCS graduate. Every film set, a DCS graduate. Production set, TV set, we do have a DCS graduate. So please come on and join us. I know we do have Ms. Azadan back with us again. We don't. Okay, so we're moving forward. Shanique White-Mullings. Okay, awesome. So while we work through those technical challenges with our guest from the German Embassy, I'll pivot just a little bit to introduce to you Mrs. Shanique White-Mullings. Now, Mrs. Mullings is a graduate of DCS, of the Department of Communication Studies, and she now serves as a communication and marketing specialist for Express Scripts Canada. So Mrs. Mullings has left the 876 and she's now in the 647. I think that's the area code, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody correct me on that one. I think I'm correct there. She will be talking with us this morning about opportunities that are available internationally. So like I said, she is a graduate of DCS and now works in Canada. So Mrs. White-Mullings, the floor is now yours. Thanks for being here with us.
Hello, everyone. Hi, DCS. Thank you so much for having me. So as Dominic said, my name is Shanique White-Mullings, and I am a communication and marketing specialist at Express Scripts Canada. So you're probably wondering what Express Scripts Canada is. And we are the largest health benefits management company in Canada. So what does that mean? That means that we work with a lot of pharmacies and drug manufacturers to basically negotiate how to lower prices and ensure that persons have access to medication that they need in the country. So essentially what we do is that we make a lot of prescription drugs a lot cheaper and more accessible to persons who need it. So right now, I'm a part of the marketing department where I work, and some of my responsibilities are social media management. So I take care of content creation and execution. I also take care of website management, which has to do with managing the corporate website for the company, as well as we have one of the largest online pharmacies in Canada. So that's a big deal here. I also write, edit, and review any kind of information that comes in for internal departments and for our external clients. I do a lot of media monitoring, and that has to do with looking at trends of what's happening currently in healthcare and also how that impacts the company and how we can be more innovative. So how has DCS helped me on a global level? I would say that DCS has definitely molded me into the woman that I am today professionally. When I think about some of the courses, feature writing, project management, which was one of my favorites, the skills, the hands-on experience, I mean, really and truly, DCS is really the best, and I can say that from experience. I have learned that DCS has really been the foundation in my career, and I can say that proudly that it has really transformed my life both personally and professionally. So when I talk about advice that I would want to give to the students now who, you might be thinking that, oh my God, school is so rough and I can't wait to graduate. My advice would be to not limit yourself in anything that you're doing. And as Dominic had said earlier, Miss Nadine Campbell, you should not limit yourself to say, okay, I'm just going to do television, I'm just going to do radio, or, those things are great, but we have to also remember that there are other industries who need us as well. When we think about the healthcare industry, when I think about education, when we think about technology, finance, retail, manufacturing, all these different industries, they do need persons in communication. So don't limit yourself. Be open and just be ready to work in any industry because you can make an impact anywhere that you go. And when we think about jobs in Canada, honestly, the opportunities here are endless. So if anyone is considering moving to Canada, you can come here to study and then you can get a work permit after to stay in the country. Those are some of the options. Think about it. As I said, the opportunities are endless. And thank you so much for having me, DCS.
Thank you so much, Mrs. White Mullings. And I have to pause there just to say she graduated from the university in 2020. Am I correct? To show, and if I can get her audio there, it just goes to show that we're now in 2023, yes. Yeah? 3 years later, and she's now working in the marketing department. Could you just tell us a little bit about what you studied exactly here? Were you a radio major, TV? Were you a general major? How did you connect the degree you had here to marketing?
Okay, so I have a communication studies degree and I have an emphasis in public relations. And as we know, public relations is, I would say, quite similar to marketing. So a lot of what we do in PR actually transfers over to marketing. All of our writing skills, when we think about curse of spin, when we think about a lot of those things that we learn in PR, cases in PR, learning to analyze things and being able to transfer that over. Those are some of the things that have really impacted me. When we think about feature writing and just, those types of different things, just everything, honestly, that I've learned over the years, the hands-on experience has really been able to help me to perform professionally here and perform well.
On spot just for a quick second, could you tell us how did you take, working in a different culture, I think is something that our students must consider as they navigate the possibilities of the world at large. How did you take your, not just your experience on this campus, but your Jamaican culture? What role did that play as you transitioned over into Canada? Did it play any role? Did it make it uncomfortable as you navigated that new culture? What was that like for you?
I would say, so I've been to America a lot, but I would say Canada is different in a good way because they're very multicultural here. So when you tell individuals that you are from a different country, whether it be Jamaica, anywhere in the Caribbean, they're actually very welcoming. And I would say that it was a pretty easy transition for me. I wouldn't say that I experienced anything bad so far here. They really do welcome us, and that's why I would encourage students who are from DCS to really, open up their minds and, try to branch out professionally, not just in Jamaica, but also worldwide.
I think I wouldn't be doing our student service if I didn't ask you for any advice you'd like to provide to them as they decide the next steps, especially for those who are potentially graduating in August. They don't have a lot of time left before they would explore the possibilities of, moving overseas. Do you have any advice you'd like to provide to them as they consider that transition?
Well, I would say they need to think about what exactly it is that they would want to study, because a lot of persons may not know the easiest way to transition to Canada is coming to study. So once they can look at different schools and different opportunities, Toronto Film School, there are many different schools in Canada they can look into. Once they can try to find schools that are designated learning institutions, they can start looking to, okay, what is the budget that I would need to transition to Canada? What are the things that I would want to study? What are the schools that I would want to look into? And once they can find that and be able to source the funds, then they can be able to apply to those schools, come to Canada to study for maybe a year or two, and then they can transition into a working professional, a communications individual here in Canada, and eventually progress to permanent residence.
All right, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right, folks, so as we continue the experience this morning, we do have Ms. Azadan back with us. So I'd like to invite her back to the platform. Ms. Azadan, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
It's not yours. Thank you so much.
Okay, sorry about that. I think my internet was down for a minute. So could I have the presentation now, please? Yes, great. So my name is Sarah Azadan. I work at the German Embassy, and one of the things I'm responsible for is talking about studying in Germany. So if you have any questions, you can refer to me. So you can go on. Yes, I will not go into detail about all points, but you can go on. First, I want to talk a little bit about Germany. So Germany, we say, is the land of ideas. So here you have a few things that were invented in Germany. And you can go to the next one. There's also some more. So you can see Germany is really good in research. Germany also is a thriving economy. So we have a couple of brands that are world-renowned. So here are some examples. For example, in the car building industry, in the sports clothes industry, in engineering, and also in pharmaceuticals, just to name a few options. Yes, Germany is located in the heart of Europe. So Germany is part of the EU, so we understand each other as a big community in Europe. We have 83 million people, so slightly bigger than Jamaica. About 10 million are foreign citizens. We are in the heart of Europe and the biggest economy in Europe. So what's a nice thing about living in Germany is you can really travel very easily. And if you have a residency in Germany, you can travel to all the Schengen countries without any restrictions. And it's very affordable. You can usually go by train. And Germany as such, of course, is also a beautiful country. Can you go back for a second? Yeah. So Germany is also a beautiful country that has a very diverse population, but also landscape. So we have a coast in the north, we have mountainous regions, we have 4 very different seasons. And what's also, I think, very interesting is that Germany was divided after the Second World War up until 1990. So we were basically 2 countries, East Germany aligned with the Eastern Bloc and the Soviet Union, and West Germany with the Western Allies. This was changed through a peaceful revolution in 1990, but it also adds still to the diversity within Germany. One more thing I'd like to mention here is that Germany is a federal state. So just as Jamaica is divided in different parishes, Germany is also divided in different federal states, which we call Bundesländer, and they have quite some autonomy. So every part of Germany has its own identity and its own dialect, and also some laws might differ slightly. So also the education system is slightly different from federal state to federal state. Okay. We have almost 3 million students in Germany, so we have quite a high number of people going to study in Germany. We have 14.2% international students, And we are actually the most popular destination for international students as a non-English speaking country. A lot of our students come from China, India, and Syria, and this is not quite up to date, so now a lot also from Ukraine. And you can go on. So yeah, this is just, you can see we don't have as many people from the Americas as of yet, but yes, maybe that will change if you are interested. So you can go on. Yes, Germany is a very multicultural society. The largest immigrant groups are from Turkey, Poland, Syria, Italy, and as I said, now also Ukraine. We have also different religions in Germany. We have freedom of religion, a secular state. More than half of the population is Christian, but we also have Muslims, Jews, Hindus, Buddhists, Orthodox Christians, and also quite a large number of people who do not subscribe to any organized religion. Yeah, the German Academic Exchange Service, let me just say a few words about this. The abbreviation in Germany is DAAD, and this is the institution that is responsible for anything connected with education and foreigners or foreign institutions. So they are also the experts in any questions you have about education in Germany, about research that is connected to any institutions abroad. They have a lot of regional offices, unfortunately not in the Caribbean. So the embassy would be the first institution to speak to if you have any questions here. And interesting for you also, the DAAD does grant a lot of scholarships. You can go on. Yeah, so let's just quickly say that the DAAD is, the idea is to promote excellence and broaden perspectives of education and science through international exchange. It's supposed to enhance international collaboration for the benefit of science, industry, and society, and assume global responsibility and contribute to development and peace. And you can go on. And yeah, so this is again, I think this, yeah, you can skip this. This is just where the money comes from. So the German university system, yeah, we have a long-standing tradition of higher education in Germany. So we have really a wide array of different institutions and of different courses. There's more than 20,500 study courses. This basically means you can study about anything in Germany. So if you have a niche interest, this you will probably find something in Germany to study. Could you go back to the different universities? Okay, now I think it's just running through the... so we have 5 different kinds of institutions of higher education in Germany. We have the classical university. Yeah, if you can go back a few slides. Okay, more. Yes, back more. And 2 more, I think. Yes, universities, perfect. So we have the classical universities. We have 120 of those. They are focused more on theoretical knowledge. So you can do research there. You can do your bachelor's, your master's, and your PhD. In comparison to that, we also have, on the next slide, universities of applied sciences, 209 of them. And those are universities or institutions of higher education that are very closely related already with the professional world. meaning it's very praxis-oriented, and usually while studying, you often already have a contract with a company, and you work at the same time as studying, and you have also excellent chances, of course, afterwards to be hired by that company. And those are especially popular in the fields of engineering and design and business. We have colleges of art, music, and film, so very praxis-oriented also, 57 of those. And the last one is private universities or private institutions of higher education. There's also 110 of them. If you are interested in one of those, please make sure they are officially recognized by the government. Otherwise, it might be more difficult to obtain a student visa. So this is about the degree programs. So basically, you can do a bachelor's and master's at university and universities of applied sciences, but a PhD you could only do at universities, and there's state examinations for some specific subjects. We still have most of our programs in German, so if you want to study in German, you need to prove some German proficiency, and you can go on to the next one. Yes, to the next one. Yeah, we also have a growing number of international programs. So there are over 2,000 already, which are generally taught in English. And often you could have German classes on the side. Okay, so if you are interested in studying in Germany, you can either apply directly to a university, or there's a very helpful tool which is called Uni Assist, where you can find universities, communicate with universities, compare them, and also directly apply through this Uni Assist. You, as a Jamaican, will need a visa to study in Germany. So please, if you are interested in studying in Germany and do have your registration at a university, remember to apply in due time for your visa, because it will take a few weeks or up to maybe 2-3 months to process your visa application. And of course, you can contact the embassy about any problems or questions. You will need your high school degree, which is recognized in Germany to study. And of course, you can also do a second degree in Germany. If you are interested in any scholarships, they are mainly for second degrees or PhD or postdoc research. Yes. So you should qualify for that. Tuition fees. So this is also one of our big selling points. In Germany, you will get an excellent education, in general for free. So we believe in free education. Therefore, except for this federal state of Baden-Württemberg, there are no tuition fees for any public universities or institutions of higher education. Most universities are state subsidized. As I said, we believe in free education for people from every social background. And the only thing you will have to pay is a few €100 semester contribution. Also, for your living costs, there are scholarships available. Scholarships are mainly offered by the DAAD. So on this website, fundingguide.de, you can put in your nationality or the program you're interested in, and you can see a list of opportunities of scholarships. And they are mainly for second degrees, not so much for undergraduates. I don't want to get too much into detail about PhD, so you can also do your PhD in Germany, and you can do postdoctoral research, but I think this might not be as relevant to you at the moment. So maybe we can skip through those. Yes. So job and career after studying. Although education is free in Germany, you still have to live. So many students in Germany take up part-time jobs while they are studying. And as a Jamaican, if you have a study visa in Germany, you are also allowed to work 120 full days or 240 half days with your student visa without any extra work permit. And after you finish your studies in Germany, you can stay for 18 months and seek employment. And I want to highlight this point because Germany is a thriving economy and we do have a lack of skilled workers at the moment. So you will have excellent opportunities to find a job in Germany. We are actually quite looking for workers coming from abroad. Yeah, so why you should be interested in studying in Germany? So it is an excellent education. You will get there. We have a really wide range of courses, so you can really find anything you would like to study offered in Germany. The German education system often has very close links to practice, so already to companies, which will also make it easier for you to then transition into the working world. You can develop your personal and intellectual potential. You have a very safe and economically stable location. And of course, you will get all of this basically for free. And here are some links that might be helpful to you. So to find any institution or course you are interested in, or also to get any more guidance or information, or find scholarships. And of course, you can also, if you still have any questions, you can also contact the German embassy and we will try to help you out.
Ms. Azalan, I do have a quick question for you because I think this is very key that I want to give you a little more time to address this. Do universities there provide students with German immersion? So if they choose to learn the language, are they able to fit that into the education?
Yes. So in general, in the international programs, you will also have the possibility to do German classes, and this will be provided by the university.
Awesome. All right, well, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
A few things home here, folks, because she did give a lot of good information. I know what it's like to have information thrown at you. You're not quite sure what to pick up on first. So I made a few notes for you. So you want to remember that most state institutions in Germany provide free education, F-R-E-E. We know what that word means. It's free to you. Also, there are scholarships available to assist you with covering your living costs. So this is not an opportunity you want to miss out on. As much as I live in the US is not the only place in this world for you to study and to create a life for yourself. So Germany is presenting you with an opportunity here, and I would not want to move on without ensuring you understand the significance of what Ms. Azalan presented for you today. You know, there's another thing that I want to ensure you understand too. NCU is a part of a world church organization, the Seventh Adventist Church, which owns several institutions across the world. So if you do intend on continuing your education, you can look within the Adventist church system as well. I would not be doing my job if I didn't mention that Oak Ridge University, where I work, also has master's degrees if you're interested in studying there. If you want to do that, please let me know. We do have degrees in public health, a new Master of Arts degree in public health, or MPH I should say. And we just approved a new doctorate program. I can't say much more than that, but keep your eyes open for that as well. Oakwood University is there for you if you so choose. Also here at NCU, there's one more degree I forgot to mention earlier. I do want to let you know, if you choose to, or if you're not sure if you want to do radio, TV, PR I should say, or journalism, we do also offer a general degree. You're able to do that while choosing a minor. So for instance, you choose to be a lawyer. You can do a communication studies degree and minor in pre-law, for instance. Those two degrees do work very well together. Many folks do that and go to law school once they would have been done, after taking their necessary examinations to do so. If you choose to do, let's say, you want to be a nutritionist and you want to ensure you know how to communicate with your clients. You can do a major in nutrition, but also minor in communication studies. So there are other opportunities for you within this department if you're not too sure of what you would like to do. There are many opportunities here for you. You can reach out to us here at DCS. Office manager's name, Charmaine Foster, cfoster@ncu.edu.jm, or chair's name is Noreen Daly, that's nodaly@ncu.edu.jm. But reach out to Mrs. Foster first, you hear? All right. So we want to just thank our guests this morning for spending some time with us. It was a wonderful experience here. I hope you took away a lot. I also have a lot of notes here. I didn't know Germany did all that free stuff, so I made sure to write it down for myself. We want to make sure you get the best of your, or the most of your time here with us at NCU. I do want to make a few announcements just to remind you of a few things that we talked about today. If you're interested in benefiting from the virtual internship program, the virtual or remote internship program, you can reach out to them at info@theinterngroup.com. That's info@theinterngroup.com. There is a flat rate for that program. It costs $14.95. That's US $1,495, except for the months of June and July. And this also includes the career advancement training, access to their world-class keynote speaker series, and also being part of their global community and network. That email again is info@theinterngroup.com. As well as the other option that was mentioned before, the virtual internships. You can also email them at hello@virtualinternships.com. That's HELLO@virtualinternships.com. The website also is www.virtualinternships.com. Again, that's www.virtualinternships.com. As we wrap up today's event, we want to extend a special thank you to all the presenters who joined us and to you, the viewers, who joined us on our DCS YouTube page. This is another Global Connections event. I do hope that you found this event as productive as I did. On behalf of my producers and the hardworking technical team and the Department of Communication Studies, I am Dominic McKenzie, here from DCS, where we develop talent to build a nation. Take care.
Come out and be proud 'cause we're magnificent. All of these years full up of talent.